Welcome to the very first episode of 5G Tech Talk. I'm your host Modi Daryani, bringing over 20 years of experience in the telecom industry. In the 5G Tech Talk series, I'm here to share knowledge and concept in a way that easy to understand and digest. Today we dive into the exciting journey into the world of 5G technology. We will explore what 5G is, why it matters. We will see various use cases and how it differs from previous generation of mobile network technologies like 2G, 3G and 4G. We will break down these fundamental concepts in detail. So without further delay, let's get started. So what exactly is 5G? In simple terms, 5G stands for fifth generation of wireless technology. It is the latest mobile network technology available on your phone. But why is it so important? Actually, it was specifically designed to significantly increase speed through higher data rates and improve responsiveness in reducing latency. With 5G, the goal is to achieve throughput of up to 10 Gbps and latency as low as 1 millisecond. It is clear that 5G is expected to deliver much higher data rates compared to 4G. Currently with 4G, we can achieve speeds of up to 1 Gbps. So it is natural to expect 10 Gbps with 5G, right? We are on the same page here. But the next logical question is, what can we actually do with such high data rates? We will explore this in our next episode, where we will explore some advanced use cases and delve into the concept of enhanced mobile broadband. I will cover scenarios where you will truly understand the need for this high data rates. So stay tuned. We will tackle this exciting topic in the next episode. Now let's move to the next question. Why do we need such low latency? In this episode, we will cover this in detail and understand the rationale behind the need for low latency and explore the various use cases of low latency. Take the first use case. It would be controlling vehicles remotely by a human operator. In this situation, the latency requirement here is closely tied to human reaction time. Now, do we know what exactly the human reaction time is? It is usually between 100 to 250 milliseconds. That is 1/4 of a second. However, when it comes to remote vehicle control, we must always consider the additional latency factors. First one is the signal transmission time. That is the time it takes for the control signal to travel from the human controller to the remote vehicle and back. And another latency factor is the processing delay, which is the time taken by the vehicle's onboard digital signal processing system to process and execute the command. When you add up these factors, the total end-to-end latency can be significantly higher, often in the range of 300 to 500 milliseconds or more. This latency depends on the technology used and the distance between the controller and the vehicle. Now, let's consider how 5G technology fit into this scenario. 5G aims to reduce this end-to-end latency as low as 1 millisecond for signal transmission. When combined with human reaction time, this can significantly improve the responsiveness and safety of remote control vehicles. It paves the way to the second use case, the concept of the tactile internet, such as remote surgery. It allows a surgeon to remotely operate on a patient using a mechanical arm, which reacts as though it was the surgeon's own arm. The surgeon receives both visual and tactile feedback from the remote device. Example, when the surgeon presses against the mechanical arm, this tactile feedback is provided so the surgeon can feel it as though they were physically there. So the latency requirement for such applications is even more stringent than the latency requirement for human-operated remote control vehicles. as any delay could significantly impact the precision and effectiveness of the surgery. With 5G ultra low latency, this advanced application become not just possible but practically paving the way for revolutionary changes in fields like medicine and beyond. The third use case is autonomous vehicles, which rely on exchanging location information with each other to prevent collisions. We will explore vehicle to vehicle communication in detail in our future episode, but for now, I hope these use cases have highlighted the importance of low latency. Here are the three typical use cases where low latency is crucial: remote control vehicles, tactile internet for remote surgery, and autonomous vehicles. One additional use case which I can visualize is the possibility of remote work for housemates, similar similar to how IT professionals work remotely. While there are understandable security concerns, but with the proper security measures in place, this could become a feasible reality in the future. Now, let's see the differences from previous generation. So, first, take a quick look on the previous generation technologies. Start from 1G, launched in the 1980s. It was all about analog voice communication. The sound quality was poor and there was no data transmission. Next generation was 2G. Launched in the 1990s, 2G brought digital voice communication, better sound quality, and basic data services like SMS and MMS. And with GPRS and Edge, we achieved downlink and uplink throughput in kbps from 64 kbps to 384 kbps. Then the next came 3G. Launched in the early 2000s, it was introduced with 3GBP specification R99. It evolved with Release 5, Release 6 and Release 7, bringing significant improvement in data speeds. This advancement enabled mobile internet browsing, video calls and more. In 3G, we achieved a downlink throughput of 14.4 Mbps and an uplink of 5.76 Mbps. With modulation of 64 QAM in the downlink and dual cell feature, the maximum achievable downlink speed was 42 Mbps. Overall, the downlink throughput remained under 50 Mbps. Then we advanced to the next generation 4G. It is launched in the late 2000. 4G brought even higher data speed and enabled high definition mobile streaming and real-time gaming. The radio access network for 4G known as long-term evolution. It was a significant leap that laid the groundwork for the data-intensive application we use today. It was introduced within the Release 8 version of 3GPP specification, and now the next generation of mobile network 5G has arrived. It was introduced in the Release 15 of 3GPP specification, and as we have seen, it brings exponentially improvements in speed and latency. The International Telecommunication Union (ITU) radio communication sector has specified a set of requirements for IMT 2020, which is essentially the foundation of 5G standards. Let's break them down. First up, let's talk about speed. Under ideal conditions, 5G networks are expected to deliver a maximum achievable data rate of 20 Gbps for downlink and 10 Gbps for uplink. But what does it mean in real world usage? The ITU specifies that users should typically experience data rates of 10 Mbps, 100 Mbps downlink and 50 Mbps uplink in everyday condition. That is a typical user experience. Now, let's talk about latency. The user plane latency, which is the time it takes for data to travel from your device to the network and back, is set to be as low as 1 millisecond. That's nearly a quick response. On the other hand, the control plane latency, which relate on how quickly the network can set up or release connection, is targeted at 20 milliseconds. Another fascinating aspect of IMT 2020 requirement is connection density. The 5G network must be capable of handling up to 1 million devices per square kilometer. Imagine the possibility in a dense urban smart city where countless IoT devices from smart meters to connected cars all are communicating simultaneously without a hitch. This high connection density ensures that 5G can support the massive number of connected devices that the future holds. And finally, one of the most impressive requirement is the network ability to maintain reliable connection even at high speed up to 500 kilometers per hour. This leap in technology is a game changer, paving the way for a new era of innovations and transforming various industries through the combined power of 5G and AI. In conclusion, 5G marks a significant advancement from previous generation. This improvement will enable new and innovative applications from smart cities and autonomous vehicle to enhanced mobile broadband experience and much more. So that is all for today episode on 5G Tech Talk. I hope you found this deep dive informative and engaging. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Join us next time as we continue to explore the world of 5G technology. Thank you.